everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we're just going to be doing some hamburger, cheeseburger, whatever sliders. And I've got something else on cooking, and I've got 2 pounds of meat here. You can make less, definitely. I'm putting in 1 packet of onion soup, Lipton onion soup mix. I'm putting in 1 packet of that. And you can either put a fresh onion, and today I'm going to just use, and you know I never use these, but I'm going to use the minced onion. There's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons of that. And I'm going to mix this up a little bit. Now, you know, like I said, if you've got the time and your back's in good shape, you just chop your onion. I've been cooking. If you're seeing dishes over here in the sink, those are dishes I've just washed because I did a dish that's in the oven to go along with these. So, let's get this moved over to the stove and do a little cooking. Okay, I'm getting the rest of this out of my bowl. And I'm going to do something a little different. You know, I don't have a lot of fat in this. You know, this comes from our Scottish Highland cattle, and so there's not a lot of fat. I'm warming that up, and I'm going to grab one other thing. I've gotten some homemade beef broth here, and this is been frozen, and it's still got, you know, some of it has thawed a little bit, but some hasn't. I'm going to put just a little bit of broth in there. I'm going to cook it in this broth. It keeps it moist, and it keeps your sliders moist too. Just cooking it in a little bit. You want to cook it until that little bit of broth just sort of cooks out, you know. Brown your meat and let it cook till all that juices from the broth, from the beef broth, is cooked out. Okay, you can see all that juice that's in there. This helps hydrate those onions. Whenever I'm going to use dehydrated onions, I just let that juice just cook out of it. It helps cook it out of that. And my meat and my onions are already hydrated up. You can see that. We're down to just a little bit. You can see just a little bit left. There's none up here. But we're just cooking that juice down. And you know, you got to realize where I used that envelope of onion soup mix. The beef broth helps infuse that flavor into. I'm just sort of going to mash this a little bit to make, you know, if there's any lumps in there. And you know, I don't have to use all this with what we're eating tonight. Ooh, I better check something that's in the oven. Okay, I got my meat done, and I took a pack of King's Hawaiian rolls. And I didn't get a big, I think there used to be an extra row of these on here, unless I've lost my mind. But I sliced them right down the center. I'm not doing a whole bunch of fancy things. You can throw this in the oven. Yeah, I've got my oven on right now. You can put this in the oven, and you can definitely brown up, put you some butter on here on both sides and brown them up. Sometimes I do, but young'uns, I've been trying to do some videos for you all, and I'm just tired. So I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. I'm just gonna smooth these out a little bit. Try to keep it off of my pan that I've got this on. Don't want to just put this cheese all over that. This will be plenty for me and Pop, plenty with leftover. Now, I'm going to bring my meat over here, and I'm definitely going to have leftover meat, because that's why that I did 2 pounds. All I do is put it in a Ziploc bag, and I've got it already cooked up. And I'm going to take, you know, look how much tender this meat is than whether it's fried on just with frying the oil out of it. See, we don't have any oil in ours. We don't have any fat in ours. I'm just gonna take this and put it all over here. It'll help melt that cheese. Plus, I'm gonna pop it into the oven. But look how much meat I'm gonna have left over. And I can throw that in anything. Y'all might see a soup or whatever come up in the next few days. I don't know. But have so many people ask me about this little spatula here. Go on Amazon and type in wooden handle silicone spatula, and that's what you'll come. They're very inexpensive, very, very inexpensive, unless they've decided to go up on them in the last week or two. Let me grab them. But I love to use that where I've got arthritis in my hands so bad. I love to use that. And just put it right in the palm of my hand. But I always have people send me messages behind the scene. Hey, Nan, you know, where did you get that? I need one. So they're very inexpensive unless they've changed it in the last few weeks, since they're getting a lot of orders where I've been telling people. I don't sell them. I do not sell them, and I do not make a dime off of them. I'm gonna just pack that down on there a little bit. But these, see, we used to, years and years ago, way back, me and Pop used to love to go to Crystal Burger. I don't even know if y'all will even know what Crystal Burger is. But I'm going to grab some melted butter. I was going to show you all. I forgot one thing. Let me scoot this over here. I did some bacon, crisped up, fried some bacon, put it on a paper towel, and I'm going to tear it up and put it all over it. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something. If I was getting ready to say, I guess, really, if you all have ever eaten the little Crystal burgers, we didn't have them in our area, but we sure loved them. And when we usually went to Greenville or someplace like that, we stopped and tried to get us a little Crystal burger. And so we just loved them. But you don't have to put any bacon on here, but I always put bacon on it. But this makes me think so much of the Crystal burgers. And I hope that you all get a chance to make yourself some, really, because these are wonderful and so easy. Just pop your meat in there, fry it up, put your seasoning packet in there. If you don't want to use that and you want to use different seasoning, I just melted just about a tablespoon and a half of butter. I'm grabbing something over here. Now, I'm going to flip the top on there. Now, if you want to, I'm just going to put some butter on the top of these. If you want to sprinkle you some sesame seeds or something like that on there, you can. But I have some problems with little seeds like that, so I don't put it on mine. But you are more than welcome to put your sesame seeds on there, okay? They're mighty good. And it's sure, you know, I mean, I'll save this butter. I'll put it right back in the refrigerator and firm it up. But I'm going to pop this in the oven. It's 350. That's what I've got my oven set on. I never know what time Pop's coming home for supper. So we'll leave that in there for a little while and let it brown a little bit, and we'll be back. Okay, I just sliced that there. I'm going to take just a little bit of mayonnaise. Now listen, I probably got the cart ahead of the horse. This is my little burger thing right there on the side. But I will fix Papa's. I'm just going to pick this up. Look at that. I hope you get a chance to make you some. These are delicious. They're going to be great with the potatoes that I've fixed. I've fixed party potatoes or funeral potatoes or whatever, hash brown potatoes, and just got them out of the oven, and they're just delicious. And I know the good Lord's going to bless them real good. I know this is a mess, but you know what? It's going to be a good mess, and it's just our supper. Be sure before you put your cheese on to put your mayonnaise on. Forgot all about putting my mayonnaise on till the last minute. Put your mayonnaise on first, then put your cheese on, then put your meat on, then put your bacon on, or if you're going to put bacon or whatever, put it on, and it will be great. And I hope y'all get a chance to make yourself some. I really do, because these are really good and so easy. They feed quite a few people. This will be all that I need, just those 2 little buns. They'll feed us for sure, and more. And I was going to tell y'all, hang on a minute. Let me set my sandwich over here. I didn't get a look how much meat that I had left over. Now, save my meat. It's already seasoned up and everything. You can set it in the refrigerator and you can make something else this week. Or you can put it in the freezer. Freezes great. I'm going to get all the air out of that. Freezes wonderfully. And that'll be popped out and used in something else, okay? Listen, just want to thank you all for sharing my videos. I want to thank you all for coming and staying with me today. I know today has been a little scatterbrained, but it's where I'm trying to do multiple videos at one time. So Just want to tell y'all I love you. Want to thank you again for sharing my videos. Want to thank you for coming on, staying with me during the whole video. I love you all, and I want you to know how much you mean to me. And just want to thank you all. Want to tell you how much the good Lord loves you. Don't ever forget how much God loves you, okay? Take that with you and just let his tender mercy and peace just let him wrap that around you and love on you today. And I will see you another day. Papa must be coming home. So I will see you next time, okay? Lord willing. And we'll make something else together, or we'll go out on the farm. See you then. Bye-bye.